this. If you do see it, you'll see it as a recording, probably from this point on. So I've been, missing for a while from these lives, but I do have the RLAARLO. I do have the RLAARLO 1/14 scale buggy car on deck. Well, on this deck right now. Get this thing done right. That's better. Zoom out a little bit, guy. I felt like I was eating the camera. I couldn't figure out why I was so close. So this little car is actually a very surprising little car from a company that I think is trying. You gotta remember, it's still a company. So the company is out to make money, because the only way a company survives is to make money. So they're doing things that I thought, one thing that I thought was pretty unique, they have a speed challenge. Now, if you haven't had the chance, there's still time. So the contest from the RC Guy Garage merch site, in order to go ahead and get one of these, if you want to go ahead and get one of these, just head on over to the merch site. Every $5 you spend will get you an entry into winning that RC car. Now, RLAARLO themselves are having, everything's like on the thing, but you got to go over to the RLAARLO website. But they have, not for the entry, but on that, what was that? What's in the box, guy? What are you doing, man? What's happening? Rogue Factor, what's going on, man? So like I was saying, one thing that I felt was kind of unique that they're doing is they themselves are, and you got to think, they're being very smart about this. They themselves are putting out a speed challenge. Now, this is the first time that I can think of that an actual, like, Amazon / whatever, seller kind of company. And I say Amazon seller, and literally anybody can be an Amazon seller. There's certain vehicles that kind of Amazon and some that don't, because you can buy a Limitless off of Amazon. You could buy a Traxxas Max or an X Max off of Amazon. So does that mean that does that mean that Traxxas or Losi or Horizon Hobby, does that mean that they're an Amazon seller? Yeah, it actually does. But it seems to be like a lot of the toy grade, stuff is on Amazon, and that's where it should be, because it's that worldwide kind of thing, and Amazon just makes it so it's easier. But anyways, just go over to the merch site, grab yourself like a couple stickers, and you can be entered into that contest. There's only what's today, the 12th? There's only 2 days left. So, and there's plenty of stickers to buy. So, and the whole thing too is that the thing about the entries and all that stuff, you support the channel and you get yourself a chance to win that car. No shipping, no nothing. It's literally just going to be sent to you. It does have to be within the United States. So, I know, man. It's just, I can't pay $500 shipping, because that would be counterproductive. So, but anyways, this little RLAARLO car, it really has surprised me. This RLAARLO car right here, it surprised me just because I think of what they put into it. Now, is the thing perfect? No, it's not. Is the company themselves perfect? No, they aren't. And I'm going to touch on a couple of things. So, being in contact with this company, obviously it's through like a chat. It's not like I've got some direct hotline right to RLAARLO. It's a chat thing. I think they contact through Facebook, Instagram, all the social media kind of things, and that's how you verbalize things. Now, for me, I do things slightly differently, only because of owning a business. I like to have what's called a paper trail. So whatever communication that I ever have with any company, there's going to be a paper trail going to and from. That way there will never, ever be some miscommunication or words that were misrepresented or whatever. Either way, on both ends, there's no disappearing text. There's no, you know what I'm saying? Like, there is some like apps out there that have like disappearing, you know, text, and it's like, yeah, I don't work that way. So if you're going to contact me through those channels, that's not how it works. So they did send me this car. Obviously, I was able to work with them and get another one. That's why I said 201 units were available for that 99 bucks. The price obviously has shot up. Now, I haven't checked to see what the price is right now, but I think if you used at the time for that 1 week, if you used the RC Guy Garage thing, I think there was like 15% off or whatever. And I'm going to work out another deal with them to see if we can get another discount going after this giveaway, just to see if, you know, I mean, it's actually a car that I was surprised with. Now, I took it to the skate park. I'm going to jump into chat. It's just hard to see. I took this thing to the skate park, and I've got to tell you, coming from that skater guy, right? So the skater guy, the rollerblade guy, he's like 60-something years old, and he's rollerblading. And I mean, he's, in my opinion, he does thinking great. I wouldn't even, shouldn't say I wouldn't even try it. I don't have that interest anymore. I mean, I've got an e-board, so I've got my my Raptor board. I haven't ridden that thing for, what, 2 years now? Something like that? Will I ever hop back onto it? I would rather not that thing become wall art, but either way, I'm kind of veering off. But that is what happens here. So, coming from his opinion, okay, so, you know, he's obviously a car guy. That's why there's a huge, like, I forgot the camera was rolling. There was like 2 hours worth of conversation. I thought to myself at one point, I was like, guy, I gotta film this, because, you know, if I don't film it, you know, the skate park's gonna get filled up. But looking at it through his eyes was kind of a good thing, because what a lot of people don't seem to understand, and when I say like a lot of people, I mean like people that are involved in the hobby. You start to look at certain things as, you know, why would you waste your time with that? You're right. Why would you waste your time with that? That is absolutely right. But in the position that I am placing myself in right now, and this is a choice, I don't have to do this YouTube stuff. This is just a choice to have fun. I am choosing to go ahead and open myself up to wasting my time, like literally wasting my time on some of these you'd call lesser quality RC cars. Now, the reason being is because I've realized that my channel does seem to focus on that RC aspect of, you know, stuff. So there may be an individual that's not into the hobby that saw that car, and maybe they wanted to search it out. So all of a sudden they saw my video and they're like, oh, look at that. There's actually a video on this. I'm going to always attempt and try. Now, when it comes to the big box brands, it's a little bit different. The filming is going to be a little bit more edited, only because at that level, the editing is more just to show like more of what the car can do, you know, the smash, thrash, crash, jumps, you know, all that junk, breakages, all that stuff. But the little cars, I'll show some of that, you know, wasted time, run time. I'll show like, you know, taking, you know, one of these cars to the skate park, taking it out back to the backyard track, jumping it off of jumps that it shouldn't jump off of. But if you're an individual that is going to lay down the cash for something like that, wouldn't it be beneficial? What is that? What's in the box? Guy, what are you doing? Gardening. Oh, dude, you know what? Seriously, what's in the box? I will literally, what you just did right there, I will put that too. I was going to get that fish emulsion stuff. So, dude, I will put your thing. Actually, as a matter of fact, I'm going to screenshot. Can I screenshot that? Ah, get back here. I'm going to screenshot that if this will. Ah, crap, it won't let me. Wait a minute. How do I? I don't know how to do it. All right, how do I screenshot without shutting the phone off? Boom. Ah, look at that. Did it. Oh, I got it. But I'm going to put that towards the fish emulsion stuff there that somebody was telling me to use. I usually use Milorganite, and I usually also use, well, I mean, this is actually, I think, the second year in a row that I've tried to use the Miracle Grow stuff. I don't really like the Miracle Grow. But I used to use Milorganite, and obviously, you know, the standby is always using the other thing there, cow manure. So obviously I get cow manure, mix it in, compost, all that stuff. So who's that? Rogue, what's going on, guy? I just screenshotted for you. Thanks, man. Dude, it's like sometimes I just, well, wait a minute. How do I screenshot on a Mac? I think it's doing the same thing. Oh, it's press and hold the home screen button, right? Ah, crap. I forget how to screenshot on a Mac. Not a Mac, whatever this thing is. Oh, they did it, dude. They did it. Home button and the home button and the top button will allow you to screenshot. But I'm going to put, yeah, thank you for that. That's going to go right to that fish emulsion stuff. I'm kind of getting lost here. I think what it was that listening to what he had to say was that he's a car guy, so he likes RC stuff probably just because of that. Because it's obviously a smaller version, and if you get bored or whatever and you want to tool around and mess around with something, yeah, you just grab one of those, you know, cheap RCs and rip it around. Now, I'm looking at it. I'm going to go get it. Yeah, I know, guy. I got to tell you, even when I was making, this is what was killing me. Even while I was making the video, like when I'm outside, I'm like, the thing is on 2S, and I'm just like, bite your tongue, guy, bite your tongue. So, I had to bite my tongue a couple of times because, you know, it is that thing where I was wasting my time, but not, because I'm trying to bring awareness to the individual that might not be aware. So this little truck, and that's why I put, you know, looks can be deceiving, because looking at it, it's like, what? I mean, it's got that electrical burn smell, man. You smell it. Still runs though. It's crazy. But this little crawl bowl thing right here, right? So somebody had said, you know, they said, guy, why? Right? Question marks, why? And I get it, because, dude, I was thinking the same thing. Why? But no, stop. Don't you start just because I'm right here. Because, see, I'm getting excited. And the guy was like, why? And, you know, in the second half of the sentence, he was like, I get it. You know, somebody might have like an 8-year-old or whatever. And you might not want to take like a rocket ship like this unless you've got the money and give it to a kid that's just going to punt it, run it over with his bike, treat it like a ramp. I don't know, just tool around. And if you want to give your kids something to do to where for a lesser expensive cost, it still has parts availability. Granted, you're going to be reduced, or you're going to have to go to like Amazon or eBay to get your parts, or actually right from RLAARLO. See, I still get tongue tied. RLAARLO still has the parts. So, not still has the parts. They have the parts. But coming from that guy, the Skatepark guy, in order for him, I guess, to, you know, do this, you know, he doesn't feel like, you know, because he said, you know, WL Toy, and I didn't disagree. I said, yeah, I said that's a company that has, I think, a larger support and backing. And then I decided to show him this car and what the value was in this particular car, especially at the drop, and if you can get it on sale. And like I said, I'm going to see if I can work out a deal with RLAARLO to maybe get some units or something. I don't know, because this car right here, this is actually a car that I can get behind. But I did want to bring out one thing. So somebody had mentioned on the video, because obviously I broke the hub, and I did send the car because two things. Dude, I was done. I was done that day driving that car, and I just wanted to see all right, if I give this a goose off of this, because that was a jump, man. If I give this a goose, what's going to happen? And I did think that in my head as I'm setting up for that jump. I did think to myself, is it just going to pop the link or is it going to break something? And it did. Now, unfortunately, I guess I was kind of hoping for it to maybe break an arm, which was a part that I had, but of course the arm didn't break. What broke? The hub. And then what part is not available right now is the hub. Now, I haven't checked these last few days, but the individual had said, the hub, the hub was out of stock, but you can still go to a WL Toy and get the piece that you need. I think it's like the 144001. I think that's the car, or 14001. It's one of those numbers it's like a 14. It's either a 144 or a 14001. And you can still get the parts because everything's interchangeable. Or just about everything's interchangeable. Long-winded, man. But that's what this is about. This live is basically just about talking about this car. I think I was surprised. So I'm waiting on for stock availability for that particular hub. Now, the reason why I say for that particular hub, because if you notice, you can see this car is actually back together. So you might be wondering to yourself, well, wait a minute, guy. Do you have an N? Because how is it that your car is repaired if those hubs aren't available? Well, it's because I got the direct line to RLAARLO. No, it's because I took another car that I had that is not a RLAARLO. I can't remember what brand it is, but I took another car that I had and I made it work. Now, the RLAARLO brand hub, or their design, or update, whatever it is, they're using a bigger bearing on the inside, and I think, yes, so their hub is a bigger bearing inside and outside. But there's a problem with that, because the other car used smaller bearings. So what's better? Man, I don't know. When it comes to a little car like this, I don't know if a bigger bearing is better or a smaller bearing. So I had to use both well, I didn't have to use the axle from it. I just used the axle. So I had to use the whole hub and bearing and little spindle axle piece in order to get this thing back together. And because it's the same form factor, everything fits. I'm just going to jump real quick in the chat because I realized I'm not paying attention here. We got 32 people here. Earl, what's going on, guy? Rogue Factor, Jason, what's going on, man? Mir is here. Oh, One Man's Videos, what's going on, man? Iron Man is here. Thomas Downey Jr., what's going on, guy? Thompson, what's in the box? Who else is here? Electric, what's going on, guy? C Stone, what's going on? Good morning to you. Let's see. City Plumbing, what's going on, guy? All right. I think I got it. I think I got it. I think everybody just chimed in. So, Lyle and Alyssa, what's going on, guy? Tyson King, what's going on? Typhon, what's going on, man? Robert Shaw, what's going on? So, see what happens? I lost my train of thought. Oh, talking about the hub. So, I basically had to rob from that car is already a parts car anyway, and it was. I was going to do a whole thing on that, but I just was like, nah. I ain't got the time to waste on that. So, and today's time is also limited. So this particular RC car is not perfect. Now, I'm going to touch on something. Let's see. I thought I had it right here. Yeah. So, I was in contact with RLAARLO, and I had said, your axle's broke. And Then the pictures. Now, I was already going to just replace it with the parts card that I had just so I can keep running. So they went ahead and sent me out. I'm going to show you this. They sent me out a whole new axle set. So 2 dog bones, 2 CVDs, 2 axle pieces, the whole everything. Now, that was awesome. Except, I'm going to show you something. And I don't think I can show you the right way. The quality of this actually looks better. Okay? It looks better. Looks, but I don't know. I suspect it may still have the same issue, which was the joint right there fracturing, but I don't know. It feels like a different metal. I haven't weighed them, but I do feel like weighing them. The only problem is that I don't know how to show this. How can I do this? Maybe I can do it like this. The only issue that I came across was the fact, I'm going to try to zoom in. Oh yeah, of course, go out of frame. So the only issue is that right there. Now I'm going to go and grab the other piece. So I'll be right back so that you can see for yourself. So here's the other piece. I'm going to zoom out just a little bit. Oops. So, I don't know if flash, will flash blow it out? Seems like flash almost blows it out. So, disable. I can't tell whether flash is better or not. So here's the piece. Here's the one that broke. So obviously you can see that's where it broke. Broke right there. Seems like flash might be better. So you can see that's where the piece broke. Now that's acceptable, man. With what that thing did, that's acceptable. But here's what where I want to show you what the issue is. So this is the factory original piece. It was great because it came with a nice aluminum hex and all that other good stuff. Here's where the problem lies. When you pull this off, you can see it's got like a funky looking different keyed thing here, right? So here's the issue. The one on the right hand side, that's original. Yeah, I know my fingers are mangled. The one on the right hand side is original. It's thicker. Obviously you can tell that it takes a bigger bearing. The one on the left hand side, it's definitely a different material, but it's also the wrong one. So what they did is while they were nice enough to go ahead and send me axles, bear with me here. So while they were nice enough to go ahead and send me the axles, they sent me the wrong ones. Okay? So that right there stepped me back. And the reason why it stepped me back is because, okay, so like any company or business or owner, if your employees are not on top of the game, the company suffers. So the individual that I'm dealing with, granted it's not maybe that person's fault, but who was responsible for sending me the wrong parts? You know what I'm saying? these might be upgrades, but what's the point? I can't use them. They don't go in the store. And I know I'm yelling, sorry. I get ramped up. But what's the point of sending me the stinking pots if I can't even use them? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'd have to strip down the other car that's not a branded RLAARLO to go ahead, and I refuse. So I blasted the individual. And I just said, you know, hey, you've got to be on top of your game. And I said, because if you're not, here's the thing. I'm gonna do a video short, and I'm literally just gonna stand there, you know, holding my phone in that portrait mode, and it's gonna be a PSA, and it's gonna say, product companies, if you guys decide to go ahead and send me stuff, you better be on your A game, or your product better be. Because if it's not, I'm going to show the people your crap. So, and that's basically what I had said. I had said, you know, hey, it might not be technically kind of your fault, but I told you what was broken. You should have looked up the part numbers and confirmed with your own vehicle that this piece was going to be the right one. Because if anything, if you're sending me these axles, you might as well go ahead and send me the hexes, the pins, the bearings, the hubs, the C-hubs, all that stuff, and the axles because, well, not the axles because they're sending me the axles, but you get what I'm saying. Why send me something that I can't use? But anyways, this isn't about blasting the company. They made a mistake, and hopefully with somebody that's got a mouth and that's not afraid to say something. Like, I mean, I don't care if these car companies, well, how do I say this in the right way? I don't care if these companies don't send me stuff based upon their performance. You know what I'm saying? Like, Horizon Hobby or Arrma sending me the Outcast V2 was, to me, it was a shocker. And I was just like, nice. That's pretty good. I can't wait to get this thing and smash it. No, it was like, I just can't wait to get this thing and really put it to a test. Because I feel like sometimes the stuff I see is just a little bit of smoke and mirrors, and I'm not, I think the best thing is I'm not the best driver here. So I do what I can, and I manage what I can, and like what Earl said, you know, he's got that little skit that he throws on every damn video now. He's got that little skit where it shows his daughter saying, you know, I wanna bash the RC car the RC guy garage way, and Earl's like, really? That's easy. All you need is zip ties, duct tape, and $5. And the thing is that in reality, he's right. And he knows, that's why he did it that way. He's right. If I can, and I proved it, I'm using galvanized nails and a DBXLE 2.0 full triggering. And I'm using galvanized nails as pins. And they're surviving longer than the factory original pins? Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? That's right. I didn't even spend no $5 on that repair. I didn't even have duct tape or zip ties. I just needed a hacksaw and a grinder. But sometimes that's what this hobby is about. Is growing up, we didn't have money growing up, man. Single child, single parent deal. You know, no welfare, no food stamps, no nothing. My mother worked her butt off, and I think that translated over to me to where you make things happen. You just do what it takes to, if you want to keep smiling, if you want to keep, in this instance, if you want to keep getting out there ripping it, you better get some duct tape, zip ties, and couple $1 $1 bills, go over to Harbor Freight and get what you need. All right, so I'm just going to jump in the chat right now again. But I wanted to bring that out that, you know, like I said, I did hammer them, you know, and I said, hey, you know, what's the point of sending me the stuff if you're not even sending me the right stuff? I don't agree with that. And the individual got it, and they were very apologetic. And that's why I'm saying, you gotta, it's like yelling at the waitress or yelling at the cashier. Like, don't be a Karen or a Ken. I didn't put myself in being one of those. I was just more point blank matter of fact. Hey, you know, you got to do your job, because I can't do my job if you don't do your job. And I ain't a paid sponsor either. All right, so going to jump into the chat, but I'm going to switch the camera over to this car. I did actually, while I brought the car up, I was kind of like analyzing it, you know, just seeing, all right, well, what needs to be done here. And I did notice one reason to why one of the shocks is bleeding, and I want to check the other. Now, one of the shocks was bleeding when what had happened? I can't remember what had happened, but one of the shocks was bleeding, and all it was the little lower cap was loose. So I had taken the shock apart, you know, cleaned things, just added oil and cranked everything together, and the shock was fine. Now that I took that thing to the skate park and I was launching it, and I mean, you heard though, I mean, well, if you haven't, go watch the video, RLAARLO something, all the hits. It's a short. It doesn't take long to watch it. And it literally shows, it doesn't even show all the hits, man, but it shows all the hits that you could hear that had a nice slap. And I think that right there was a shocker, because what it took, and all I've got are bleeding shocks in the front. That's it. The rear is heavier. So why doesn't the rear have bleeding shocks? So we're going to take this apart, crack it open, and then basically see what's going on. And I've already got my fluid here, so I'm fully expecting this cheap RC to actually be totally fine. I'm expecting to find something loose and not destroyed. Yeah, I think I got to plug this in, don't I? I'm going to plug this in. I forgot, because I'm going to get a low thing warning soon. Like I said, I'm going to pan this down to the car. So you can see your chat. Everybody's chat is right there. So let's see. 38. So basically everybody that was here is still here. Nothing changed. So everybody that's here is still here. So, oh, wait a minute. There's somebody here. No way I could. Oh, something. Tio's baby llama. What's going on, man? Bash is good, but parts, I don't even know where we are here. Rogue, what's what your daughter kept saying? RC guy is blapping. Blapping that garbage up, right? All right, so I am gonna go ahead and enable the flash again. Get this thing down in there. First of all, I want to show you what I visually saw. So that's obviously the shock. So this is obviously the one that is on the right side of the car, which is passenger side. And I'm going to slide it over. See if you notice anything different between the two. Let's see if I can bring this down. So between the two shocks, that's basically a dead-on look. So basically between the two, what are your eyes seeing? Zip ties, duct tape, $5 is for, right, guy, $5 is for lunch. Okay, so somebody is saying they're seeing the cap bent. Jason, you're saying you see the cap bent, right? So we're going to see, is the cap bent or did I rip out the threads? Very good, Jason. Good eyes, man. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and, excuse me. I'm going to go ahead and dismantle this shock first. Hopefully I've got what I need here. I need to get a toolbox, man. This is one thing that's driving me nuts. Putting all my stuff in Ziploc bags makes it hard to find what you need when you need it. I think this might be what I need. So I'm going to go ahead and pull that, and yes, it's all Phillips hardware. And I actually do have shocks that I could just toss on this thing, but that's not going to tell me what happened here. Now, obviously, this shock, the reason why this one is bleeding is because the shock cap got cracked. So, I need something to put this up on. Can I put this up on? Well, maybe I won't. That's the wrong one. Is this one? Oh, that's too small. Of course it's the one I don't have. Are you kidding me? Oh, I know. I do have it. Ah. So the standoff is spinning too, so get that screw on the back side. All right, so obviously that's what the issue was. For this particular one was the fact that this got tweaked. Now what's crazy is that I'm sure that the shock itself is fine. Now I'm going to go ahead and hit this with some brake clean. So I'll be right back. Alright. So I did just hit that with brake clean. Oops. Make sure that when you do stuff like that, make sure you use like use gloves or whatever. So go ahead and pop this off. And tilt that down. So I'm going to kind of just clean as we go here. And again, like I said, these, you know, these little cheap RC cars aren't everybody's, what did I say, cup of tea. You know, but gardening isn't everybody's cup of tea either, but you're going to see gardening stuff on my channel. You just don't have to watch it if you don't want to, you know what I'm saying? I'd appreciate it if you did. Makes the algorithm happy. Like, geez, this guy does everything. Haku Dogs. What's going on, guy? From France. Wow. All right. So let's see here. So you could see it definitely got cranked. So the question is, what's going to happen if I try and rip this out? Is it permanently scarred or what? Seems like it actually might be all right. So it looks like it's time to change this shock fluid anyway, man. The shock fluid's looking nasty. It does feel gritty. So I'm going to go ahead and pull that little eyelet piece off. Uh-oh. I hear something. What's that beeping? Oh, it sounds like it might be a fully charged battery. Robert, what's going on, guy? So I'm trying to keep, like, you know, the clean pieces away from me, all the other stuff here. So, I mean, even just getting away, getting a look at how this thing is. See what the brake clean does? Brake clean is not something, man, you should play around with. You gotta wear gloves. It's the right thing to do. Brake clean, gas, diesel, any of the solvents. Be kind to yourself. Don't be a tough guy, because you're not going to be much of a tough guy when you're in the hospital. Alright, so these parts are looking nice and clean. Check this out. It's an actual bladder. Wow. I'm just surprised, man. I really am. We're not talking, you know, ultra high grade here, but what you are getting, I do feel shocked. No pun intended. Well, actually, I did intend a pun. Yes, a lot of parts, man. That's what's kind of crazy, man. The inside actually looks pretty mint. Oops, I'm not supposed to be putting it in the contamination side. So I'm just going to feed this through to see if I can get that O-ring out. Here we go. Wow, look at that. Look at that stack. That's a stack. 2 O-rings and a not sure what the material is, but it's like a plastic. So I'm going to go ahead and reassemble this. You know, and nothing's perfect. I mean, the O-rings are so small. I'm trying to see as if that is keyed into that piece or not. Now, just wanted to get a look at these threads. They look like they're okay, which is crazy. Just cleaning them off with my fingernail. Get a look at this cap. So there does look like a little bit of a burr inside the cap, so you can see, I don't know if you can see that. So it did tear out a couple of the threads, but I'm hoping it's going to be all right. Yeah, nothing, dude. The second channel, man, there is nothing on there. It was supposed to be all of this stuff, but people kept on saying that they never saw it and all this other stuff, so I decided to put it on the Moneymaker channel. Alright, so let's go ahead and screw this back on there. So it's the threads on the cap that took the pounding. What I'm going to do is I'm not going to fill it up yet. I just want to see if I can get this to thread on, or if it's permanently damaged. I got it to go on. That might be good. That might be all right. So the cap itself did suffer some thread damage, but it does seem to still screw on. It just obviously is not going to be, you know, fresh and brand new. It's obviously going to be, it's going to be weakened. So I'm going to go ahead and put some fresh chalk fluid in there. Just going to put a 25 in because I got a ton of it. Bubbles are coming. See? There are bubbles in there. Get those bubbles in there. The way this functions, man, this slides ultra nice. Telling you, man, I'm very surprised. I really am surprised at how this thing works. For it being a very inexpensive RC in a way, like somebody had said, they called it a budget something, budget basher or something like that. Now the key will be getting this to thread on. That's on tight, man. That went on very, very tight. So I think it actually might be all right, man. Now I should be grabbing it this way so I don't mar up the shaft. But it really shouldn't matter. Now, what will be good is to monitor this one to make sure that it doesn't bleed again. So I just keep in mind that this was obviously on that side. Now, I am going to check out the other one as well. And you can definitely see there's plenty of grit that needs to get washed off with brake clean. Then you can also see this side is also wet too. And I suspect that this one is just wet, not from, you know, any kind of breakage or anything. I bet it's just loose. So we're going to pull that one off and check that one out. So this one's all set. I'm not going to install it until I clean, obviously, that arm, because the arm is nasty. Let's see. I'll go losing parts in. There's a screwdriver I used to get that off. How did I lose the screwdriver? Seriously, where's the screwdriver? I used a Phillips screwdriver to take that off, and now it's gone? Come on. There's no way. Did I walk away with it somehow? Oh, it's right. Oh, my God. Guy, you're never going to find the screwdriver. You're never going to find it. When you do stuff like that. Actually put it on the chassis. No wonder why I couldn't see it. It blended in so well. It's like I said, man, I'm not kidding. Everything is a parts tray. Check that out. Parts tray, tool tray, whatever. All right. So now we'll just go after this side. Like I said, I'm going to hit this with some brake clean. Yeah, dude, road factor. It totally did, man. You saw that, right? Definitely went 10mm socket on me. All right. So you can see this one's bleeding. Look at how much scarring. Look at that. There's like nothing left to it, man. It's like right at the edge. Oops. And that's obviously from the pavement skids. Look, it looks like I took a file to it, man. Look how smooth it is. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to wash this off in the sink with some soap and water. So this was just no brake clean, just soap and water. Cleaned it up nice. I'm gonna go ahead and start off with a fresh side here. Be careful that shock juice isn't getting where I don't want it. So this is the shock from the passenger side here. See, it's got a nice little knock on it right there. It's getting filed. So this shock has definitely seen better days. Still functions well. Just the soap and Dawn really cleaned it up pretty good. Not perfect, but I didn't have to hit it with brake clean this time. Go ahead and just clean the rest of this junk off. So the bleeding, I'm guessing, is from this lower section. But we're going to crack this one open too, just to see what we're looking at here. Boosted, what's going on, man? Rogue, you can hear that, huh, guy? Dude, there's 4 batteries charging right now. 4! Wonder what that could be for. I'll tell you right now, the next, well, I shouldn't even say the next video, man. I still have videos just lined up, like hammering. So free time that I've had, I've been hammering videos, man. Hammering RCs, just doing all kinds of stuff. So, stuff. It's hammer time. So this one, it just looked like it just had a little bit of bleeding, probably from that bottom. I'm going to pop this open just to see what we're looking at inside here. So let's see what we got for fluid in this thing. Oh, this thing's cranked. All right. I'm just going to empty out the fluid right here. That's got to get cleaned. See what we're looking at in here. And we are looking at nasty fluid. So this was definitely time to go ahead and maintenance this thing. Shock cap is fine. That's all set. That's all set. Clean up the spring a little bit. That is all set. Clean this off. That cleaned up nice. I'm not even going to go ahead and check this. Just make sure it's tight. There you go. Just clean this off. feel a little bit of scratchiness on there. And that's all right. Those are nice and clean or clear. This has got a lot of grit on it. Wow, 33 thumbs ups. 37 people or 38? Only 33? Wow. That's all right. Good enough, I get it. You don't want to give me a thumbs up, that's fine. Just want to watch the show? Okay, whatever. Oh, look at all that junk that was in there. So we get the rest of that crap out of there. Now, take out clean parts. Get rid of this. So, I need to clean off a nice clean area here so I can work on this. There we go. Looks like it's about right. Hey guy, $5. Make sure you put your $5 in the chat. What's in the box, dude? You already gave more than $5, man. Thank you. Come on, Earl guy. Where's the $5, man? I put the $5 in there. All right. So, I am going to put this little eyelet on. Kind of felt like I did it kind of backwards last time. I should do the eyelet first. Poor Abe. Poor Lincoln. Ah, he's doing good, man. It's all clean work. It's all clean, honest work here. So just make sure that these threads are nice. $4.98 change. Yeah, I was gonna make a joke that just using the brake clean on this car exceeds the cost of the shocks. So let's get a look at them bubbles. Oh, I just put more bubbles in it. Not that it really matters, but this is just the right way to do it. So I'm going to go ahead and now screw the cap on here. Perfect. Perfect for this thing. Where are the zip ties? That's what that's for. That's what the $5 is for, to go ahead and buy myself some new zip ties. We're running out. Because $5 sure ain't going to buy no Gorilla Tape. Well, actually, it might. A small roll. We don't do small rolls here. Buy it by the case. Buy the zip ties by the case. Here we go. That feels mint. So we're also going to keep an eye on this shock. I do have to go ahead and I do have to hit this with brake clean. Like I said, it's going to cost more in brake clean to clean this up than I think what the repair of the car was, in a way. Maybe if I added everything up. So basically that's where I feel that this live stream should end. It was just investigating to see like where we were as far as these little RLAARLO shocks. One of them, the shock cap did crank off to the side. It did peel off. It looked like maybe like a half a thread or so, but I was able to crank that thing down. Now, whenever you have something that pops threads, normally it's going to be an issue. So I'm going to leave that on that driver's side and kind of pay attention to it. See if it bleeds again. If it starts bleeding again, that just means I'll have to replace the shock. Now, even though I'm going to use brake clean on this, did the oils going into the shock arms, did it actually make the shock arms that much more pliable? Huh? Never know. Maybe. But I think using the brake clean on it's going to like reverse all that. So anyways, this is RC Guy Garage. And this was not spending $5, Earl. Damn you. It was basically just working on this little RLAARLO. I am surprised. It does seem to be a fairly good RC car. This one right here, I'll let you be the judge. I'll let you be the judge. I'll put the information out there and you make your own educated, informed decision. Could that car be for a younger individual? Like someone had said, I think that somebody had messaged, now I don't know if it was Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, whatever. There's so many social media things I'm involved with right now. But they had said that, what's going on here? They had said that they got one of those cars, but I think it was the 1/18th scale, so it was a smaller size, and they gave it to their 4-year-old. Now, and I want to say that that's where that would be appropriate. And giving it to that, you know, and I'm not saying to do that because the box says different. Always do what the box says, 8+, but you do you. And I think possibly the way I've handled this car, other than putting it on 3S, is the way A younger individual would probably trade it. Take it downstairs. They're going to crash it into cabinets. They're going to chase the dog and cat after it. You know what I'm saying? So is it worth it? Do you just go ahead and get the Walmart car? Or do you get something like this to where still check part support? You do your own due diligence in checking for part support. But you check out a car like this. You know, who knows? Maybe somebody will see the video and they'll be like, whoa, that's not what I expected it to be. And that's the point. The point is, these companies, if they're going to send me stuff, like I said, they or their product better be on the A game, because if it's not, I'm gonna show it. So that's it. So this is RC Guy Garage. This was COVID and coffee. That's right, YouTube. This is COVID and coffee. And I know I'm gonna get a strike just for saying that. This world is too overly sensitive, man. I'm telling you. The way, and I'll only say it this way, the way Earl and I grew up, I don't know about the rest of yous, but I've had some good conversations with Earl. The way Earl and I grew up, man, things were way different. People, things are just so sensitive now. Just go easy, man. Just go easy. Be a help instead of a hindrance. And that's what I hope this channel is. I hope this channel is a help and not a hindrance on the RC hobby. There are a couple of times when people are like, Guy, you're so down on the RC hobby. It's like, what are you talking about? If I've got an issue, I'm going to show it. So, and I'm going to have, you know, my thoughts and my opinions, because it's my stinking channel. You do you on your channel, man. If you want to be all butterflies and everything's mint and there's no issues and whatever, you know, you do you. So, the part. So, I'm thinking, again, I want to stuff my foot in my mouth. I am seriously thinking about doing a shop talk at Wrench tonight about the Outcast 4S V2. Basically a question and answer kind of thing, if I can. And that's only based upon my own experience with this RC car. So in order for this to happen, I am going to have to reverse a couple of things. There's a couple of answers that I will not give. I will not give answers about the upgrades to the power system to the RC, because you got to watch the video first. The way it puts a little bit of something in your mouth for the next video. Yeah, I won't answer systems about power system upgrades. You know, like the electronics. I won't be answering that. I'm going to revert back to stock. I'm going to revert back to stock, Guy, for this stupid video. All right, so, or if it live, whatever it is. So if you're interested, you want to be there, there's like 20-something people here. You already have. So those people that were here, they miss out on that information that you'll know. There will be a shop talk and wrench tonight. I'll make sure it happens. It is going to be on the Outcast 4S. It's probably going to be around my time, probably around like that 9 or 10 time, my time. So, and I'll do my best to answer questions. Like I said, don't ask questions about power system other than what's stock and existing, and I'll answer those questions. I'll answer whatever you want to know based upon my limited experience on running this Outcast 4S V2. So I'll probably put like a thing, like a community, a live. I'll set up a live. That's it. So hopefully you enjoyed this episode from RC Guy Garage. This was technically COVID and coffee. Working on this little guy right here. I gotta still brake clean this thing. Working on this little RC. Sometimes you can get a surprise out of the box, and then sometimes parts of that box or what's involved with it, it's not a surprise. But I'm having a blast with that little car. Just don't take it to the airport. It doesn't belong there. I know I said it. Take it to the airport, but you'll probably get in trouble. You can't use the RC Guy Garage card. That only works for me. All right, I'm out. So we got Earl Moorhead, Mia Depth, Robert, Jason, Joseph, C-Stone, Jeremy, Michael, Lyle, and Alyssa, Guy, Rogue, What's in the Box, and I think that is it. So anyways, I am again going to be out ripping it today. So keep an eye out for some videos. Don't forget, for every $5 you spend, it's only $5, man. All you got to do is spend $5. Every $5 you spend, I'll go get the car. Every $5 you spend on the RC Guy Garage merch site, every $5 you spend gets you one entry into this car right here, which I haven't even, I think all I did was I opened this just to take pictures of it. Because obviously mine was thrashed. It's going to get you this right here. Everything that's inside this box. You'll even get their little business card. But it's going to get you a brand new, unused, opened, RLAARLO brushless 1/14 scale ripper that I have been thrashing with all the pieces, parts. It's even going to come with a manual. $5. That's it. Go to the RC Guy Garage merch site. Get yourself some stickers. You know you got to support the team, not one pack, because it's basically an attitude. See, $5. No, it's like, you know what I should do? Nah, I won't say it. We'll keep it as a Diesel Brothers surprise. But yeah, it'll get you every $5 will get you an entry into winning this RC car. There's been a ton of entries. I don't think my website is correctly updating, but stuff is leaving the store, which is great. I kind of wanted that to happen, and it's all basically in thanks to you. And while you're getting merch, you're also getting entered into getting that car. You won't pay for no shipping, so don't do the whole Cash App crap and all. You ain't paying for nothing other than your entry into the giveaway. I felt that was the best way to do it, because then I don't have to confirm anything. Like, when you buy something from the site, your address is already there. Your information is already there. So, and the names aren't going to be the same as the YouTube names. So, no one, unless like somebody actually used their name, no one is really going to know who won the RC car other than the person that won the RC car. And what I'm hoping is that when they get the car, that they'll send me the picture at least, you know, of them being either happy or sad. I don't know, man. Yeah. RC Guy Garage merch. rcguygarage.com is the merch site. It's the first line in the description of this live stream and just about every video on there. So I'm going to go brake clean this thing, and I've got 4 batteries that are ready to rip. What are you doing today? I'm out. Thank you guys for coming.